So, sometimes people ask me, is Covey Week just for the immigrants? Covey Week is for all Coveys, and as far as I and Leamy are concerned, anyone residing in Westport can be called a Covey. Some people mightn't even wish to be called a Covey. But anyway, there's someone from Castlebar on there. Everyone is very, very welcome to this, the opening event of Covey Week. And just in case I don't get a chance later on, I'll just run down through the events of the week. We have this exhibition tonight now, which will be opened in a few moments at enormous expense by Patrick Navan, all the way from Chicago. In connection with tonight's exhibition, because Patrick would not be familiar with this, the big element of the exhibition here is some very, very interesting memorabilia about old motor garage businesses in Westport. And the man responsible for this collection is this gentleman here, Tom O'Connor from Crossmolina. Tom's family were in the motor business for a long, long time, and as a hobby, Tom started collecting the history of motor garages throughout Mayo. And over the years he has called into me, and I've always been delighted to have chats with him about old motor business in Westport. And last year he came in and showed me some of his collection. I said, okay, you're booked now for Covey Week for 2015. And he very kindly came with his album, and we got copies done. Now in the copying, some of the print is a bit weak, but anyway, if you're really interested, we'll show you the original at some stage. In addition to that, we have with us tonight a sample of the artwork of the art group of the Westport Active Retirement Association, and we're delighted to welcome the WARA President, Evelyn Horn from Partry, who's really a Covey. She's a very real Covey, Evelyn Kenny from the Ballgate here in Westport. And then we have collections of family photographs, and you see for yourself, and to everyone who helped us out in compiling family groups and all of that, sincere thanks. To move on, tomorrow at 11 o'clock in Holy Trinity Church, we have the Covey Week Mass in conjunction with the anniversary Mass for the late Father Willie Spicer. And Father Brendan Hoban of the Columban Fathers will be the celebrant of that Mass. Then on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, under the railway bridge, old railway bridge out of the Leanon Road. I say under the bridge because the forecast is that there might be a drop of rain. We will meet at 3 o'clock to have a remembrance. Since the Covey Week was initiated 14 years ago, on Week Sunday we've always had a remembrance hour in one of the local cemeteries. And this year we felt it was appropriate that we should reinforce the fact that the Rocky is consecrated ground. You know, a view was being expressed in some circles that it was only waste ground. That is not so. We have documented evidence that it was consecrated ground, and it was an actual cemetery. Now, it was a cemetery originally of the workhouse, and we'll have a general chat about the history of the workhouse, summary chat about the workhouse and why it was necessary to have a cemetery nearby. But that particular cemetery is very special to a lot of people still living in Westport, because for years, when unbaptized babies could not be buried in consecrated ground, people buried infants in the Rocky. So it's a very special place. So we'll have a meet at 3 o'clock under the bridge at the Leanon Road on Sunday. Then on Monday night, I might need you here, Liam, now, because the a Monday night at Hotel Westport.
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, you can get...
8 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
I have no glasses.
No glasses, and I have no eyesight.
The blind lead the blind.
We'll go to another McNally. Man,
Sunday.
No, Monday.
Monday. Westport's contribution to Pádraic O'Lindsay's
1802 collection
song
of
collection.
songs for Edward Bunting. And there'll be songs as Gaeilge agus as Béarla, agus by Charlie Keating and Casa Outlaw Freshen. Charlie will sing the song, he doesn't know it yet, but he will be singing. And there'll be a few other people singing the songs that were collected from this area for the Bunting collection in 1802. And Una Quinn will give the talk, and she is absolutely passionate about this. It should be brilliant. Guarantee it should be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
on Tuesday, John Toby Gibbons and Alan Kennedy are organising the Joe Berry Memorial trout angling event for the children, probably on the map, but meet at Don McGreevy's corner anyway on the day. I don't see a time, but
5:45.
go man leaving. On Tuesday night there's a Covey's open mic event down at Hotel Westport with Charlie Keaton and Connie Cullen. Anything goes, but it's all entertainment on the night anyway. A good and enjoyable night.
You sure you want to say anything goes?
Anything.
Okay.
Almost.
Watch out, Frank might get up.
Now, on Wednesday, Westport Historical Society have a guided historical walk of the town centre. And then that night, Wednesday night, in Tom Burke's pub on Castlebar Street, the Idle Wall folk ballad group will be there, and Charlie Keating and friends will be entertained with music and sound. Another great night ashores. And then on Thursday afternoon, we have now regular Covey Week event, tea cakes and poetry in Blouse's pub at the top of James Street. And the reason people say, why is it in the afternoon? From year one we decided that it should be an event where families can come and kids, and indeed invariably every year we have youngsters reciting their own poetic compositions. So it's a family couple hours of entertainment and crack and blousers on Thursday afternoon. Then on Friday evening, a very, very special event at Westport Town Hall. That's Westport Old Photographs. It's a very big presentation of prints and video clips. Prints organised by Eddie Brown and Jeannie Keaton here, and all the video work from the now famous, internationally famous archives of Dr. Oliver White Sr., who was and on behalf
this is going on too.
On behalf of everyone who appreciates their heritage, history and culture, I would like, on your behalf, to thank this man, Oliver White, for the fabulous work he has done. So now, without further ado, and that was a big introduction, for years, well, since 2001 we've been having Covey Weeks, and we always value in a special way the attendance of our immigrants who make a point of coming to Westport on the last week in July every second year, and it being a fixed date, it gives Covey immigrants worldwide an opportunity to plan to meet in Westport. And Covey Week is a very simple, in some terms, event, in that it's a series of social events to allow our local people and our visiting exiles to meet and reminisce. In as far as is possible, we have no admission charges to any Covey Week event. You'll see green and red and buckets around. They're not for the Mayo team. Mayo team are fine. They're simply, if anyone wishes to give a donation towards the expenses Now expenses, printing and photocopying and bits and pieces do mount up, but if anyone wishes to give a voluntary donation, that's fine.